Here we go.
This episode of the WAC Flashback celebrates the championships, the scores, and the PGA Tour stars who helped define WAC men's golf.
Founded in 1962, the Western Athletic Conference has a dynamic history filled with incredible athletes and landmark championships. This is the WAC Flashback.
The story of WAC men's golf isn't told in a single moment. It's built across decades, one season at a time. In the mid-1970s, the conference began making its presence felt on the national stage. Brad Bryan of New Mexico tied for 15th at the 1974 NCAA Championship, a springboard to a PGA Tour victory and a U.S. Senior Open title. As the decade continued, a new champion emerged in Provo. In 1975, Mike Reed captured the WAC title for BYU, on his way to 2 PGA Tour wins and 2 senior major championships. By the end of the 70s, BYU was producing more dominant individual performers. In 79 and 80, Bobby Clampett claimed back-to-back WAC championships. He would become a PGA Tour winner and one of golf's most recognizable analysts for CBS and Turner Sports. In 1981, a defining moment for the conference. The BYU Cougars captured the NCAA National Championship, the first NCAA team title in Cougars history. Richard Zokol was Brigham Young's lowest scorer in the tournament, tying for 8th place. Keith Clearwater was 10th, with Rick Fair 15th. All were named All-Americans. That same season, Tommy Armour III of New Mexico finished 5th at the NCAA Championship, launching a professional career that included 2 PGA Tour victories. As the 1980s moved forward, BYU continued to set the standard. In 1982 and again in 84, Fair won WAC individual titles. Also in 84, Fair was a low amateur at both the Masters and the U.S. Open. He went on to a couple of PGA Tour wins. Towards the close of the decade, UTEP entered the conversation. In 1988, Paul Stankowski finished 6th at the NCAA Championship. 2 years later, Stankowski claimed the WAC title and later won twice on the PGA Tour. The early 1990s brought more individual success. In 1993, UNM's Tim Herron won the WAC Championship, tied for 7th at the NCAA Championship, and went on to claim 4 PGA Tour victories. Then it was time for another national championship. In 1998, the UNLV Rebels won the NCAA title with a 4-round score of 829. That's 35 under par. A key member of that Rebels championship team was Charley Hoffman, a future 4-time PGA Tour winner and President's Cup representative. That same year, J.J. Henry won the WAC title and finished as the individual runner-up at the NCAAs. As the new millennium approached, an international star was emerging from UNLV. In 1999, Adam Scott finished 11th at the NCAA Championships for the Rebels. The Australian would go on to win the 2013 Masters, claim 14 PGA Tour titles, and reached #1 in the world golf rankings in 2014. From 2001 to 2004, David Inglis of Tulsa won 4 straight WAC championships, setting conference scoring records including a 63 in an 18-hole event and a 36-hole total of 129. In 2002, Fresno State produced a tour star. Nick Watney finished tied for 6th at the NCAA Championship. In 2003, he finished as runner-up at the WAC Championship. Watney later won 5 times on the PGA Tour. By 2008, Boise State joined the legacy of WAC men's golf, with Troy Merritt winning the WAC title. Merritt would later earn 2 PGA Tour victories. In 2011, San Jose State's Mark Hubbard claimed the WAC championship. He is a current member of the PGA Tour with 4 professional wins under his belt. Antoine Rosner of Kansas City won the WAC title in 2016. He finished tied for 8th at the NCAA Championship that same year. Rosner has gone on to win 3 times on the European Tour. In 2024, Seattle U's Kevin Lee was the WAC medalist and Freshman of the Year. In 2025, he followed it up with a runner-up finish. From the 1970s to multiple national titles in the 80s and 90s to tour stars across the globe, WAC men's golf has built a legacy measured not just in scorecards, but in championships, history, and tradition.